We actually saw that at the end of last season. It failed spectacularly when the team went all back jats. I think it might have been
Probably EL
might have
Gaming.
been Oops or somebody like that, or Utopia. Trying to do something different and it didn't work. But yeah, I mean, you can see there from the map picture itself how it's symmetrical. CryptiK, they're going to be attacking. They've got the red and white camouflage, Oops on the defense with the giraffe camouflage. Tank picks, nothing kind of stands out as normal. 50Bs over 57s.
Because of rotation potential, because 57s, when you take 57s, you know that that team will trench them up somewhere, they're going to move as a group, but 50Bs allow you to move them around, fight against botchats maybe, and so on. The thing that's interesting for Oops here, they're playing more or less their standard, so they're not giving up on their habits. They're playing with Leopard. Leopard is immediately going up, that's insane, and we will see what will happen. Will he actually manage to climb or what?
Yep, now Insane is moving up to that area where he can give overwatch basically of the top base 1, so he can spot anyone trying to go in to cap that. But if you actually see from CryptiK's movement on the minimap, they are not doing anything right now in that area, whereas Oops have got a fairly spread defense. Kerloff just spotting out here a Lucky Blast. We've seen a lot of team fights start to happen in this side of the map sometimes, Mojo, something we didn't see a lot of in previous seasons.
Well, CryptiK decided not to YOLO in this game. They will have to do it with 2 ZZs, but they know that Oops can actually make a crossfire, maybe mutilate them before they even reach the cap, so they decided against it. Important thing to see about Oops, they actually didn't have any such plans. They're just keeping Milosh in mouse in the backline, who will decap if needed, combined with Leopard. He will spot for Leopard. So they plan to control the cap like that, but it's really scarce setup they have. If there was like a huge push by CryptiK, there would be a problem, but that push cannot happen because CryptiK chose a slow setup with 3 mouse tanks. So when you take 3 mouse tanks, you must play tactical. It takes time to deploy them, to see what you want to do with them, because again, it is a small map, but mouse is a tank that goes 20 kilometers per hour. It doesn't really give you much room for movement.
Yeah, it's a very slow tank. Now, the match format that we play is best of 9s. You see a little BO9 on the right-hand side. So what that means is we play 9 rounds, and it's the first team to win 5 rounds, effectively. Pure and simple.
Well, you play 9 rounds only if it's a tiebreaker.
Mm-hmm.
Whoever reaches 5 guys, he wins.
5 wins, best of 9, yep.
So not much going on at the moment here. CryptiK is playing rather defensive. Quite surprising here. Like, it does look like they're negotiating what to do. In the last game they played against the Suba. While they were playing aggressive, they were actually doing really well. But when they slowed down their pace, they actually lost 4 games in a row.
Yeah, I mean, this is one of the biggest issues CryptiK have, is you can almost bait them into it in a way that they can sometimes just, I mean, it's like we joked about earlier on with Savage Squad, they can go full YOLO, they can go all in and charge, and that's how Kazna were able to defeat them quite handedly, because they just met that aggressive play with their own aggressive plays.
Look how laid back his entire Oops team. Only Milosh is even, you can say, exposed, and they know he cannot be really pushed because Insane is monitoring the open field, and frontal push on Milosh will be dealt with because it takes time to kill that mouse, and as I said, CryptiK does not have fast enough tanks. They would have to commit all VZs, both VZs and both 50Bs, and that would be a complete death trap.
So far at the moment, there's been no real engagements. Lucky Blast is the only person who's taken damage. That's on CryptiK in his 5A, so he's taken a single shot to the face. But so far, every other tank and every player is completely safe. Halo just doing some reverse side scraping here to keep spotting Camille in that corner. But it looks like CryptiK are starting to gather up a little bit down here in the south, Mojo.
Yeah, Oops is giving them no openings. They will have to commit now. So we need to see, will they actually try the 1 cap, or they're gonna try to pressure the middle cap. But middle cap is really well protected by Oops, like really well. They can reset also from 2 angles, where Deha is, where Kerov is, and I believe they're gonna try something around the 1 cap, but how will they work out, I'm not really sure, because Oops is actually covering their bases really well.
Yep, so there is some movement going in here. Micmac and #1 Claudia pushing
so risky.
Down into where Camille can potentially spot if he peeks around the corner. Raging Potatoes over there, Craters over there, so Halo does get spotted. So Micmac and #1 have now moved up beside him in the
Pushing
250Bs.
is so risky. If they choose that path, it's gonna be really super risky. And let's not forget, they have 3 mouse tanks. That means those guys cannot really reach the fight in the same time. They would actually have to push first somewhere.
Looks like Pashka, Pitska, and also, I guess it's not Pure the King, no. So Gremic.
Let's just call him Pashka, please.
Pashka, okay. Gremic was beside him, so I mean, kind of problem that CryptiK have here is that they're against the clock. The defending team, if it runs down to 0, then they get a win. So the attacking team has to force. They have to force the fight. They have to force the cap move, and looks like CryptiK are deciding that they're going to go for base 2 with a double mouse.
Okay, this is their plan more or less. They will put these 2 mouses, create cap pressure. They will try to make care of decap and then push. So if they manage to control this area where Kerov is, Kerov of course he has to run away, there is so many of them, they will be able to pretty much cap pressure it and so on. But this area is in the middle of the Oops. Unless they do huge amounts of damage, they're gonna die.
They're pushing round here. Claudia's taking a lot of damage for this. They're trying to drop Kerl off. Deka's taking a bit of damage as well, but Deka's in the mouse. He's gonna have to take a lot of shots before he goes down. Number 1 can shoot into the back of him. Hallow can shoot into him. Micmac can shoot into him. But how much damage in return can Oops do? They've lost the 1-1-3. They're potentially going to lose Deka. But look at all the damage going back here into CryptiK. Number 1's been dropped in his AMX 50B. Micmac's been dropped in his 50B. And CryptiK have just lost the main damage dealers.
Just watch this. When Insane was pressured the most, he was still targeting only single shooters. He was completely ignoring 50Bs because he knew they will go on reload and there will be other guys from Oops who will deal with that danger. So they ignored mouse tanks, they ignored 50Bs, all focus on VZs and then deal with everything else. And now we can see after 1 minute later, there is only 3 mouse tanks alive from Team CryptiK. What will they do with them? You can't put them on a cap. They will not win by cap. They have to, what, chase around Oops now with 2000 HP deficit and 2 tanks down? It's just not gonna happen.
It's exactly as you said, Mojo. If they start a fight here, the danger is that the Mouse are not going to be able to get into the battle, and that's exactly what we see here. Oops still with 5 tanks, CryptiK have 3, but now when the fighting trades here, Oops can just pick which one they're going to focus and start shooting them down, and it looks like Gremic and Pure the King are the ones sharing all the damage here. Camille's able to clip out into him. Milos is still standing. He was taking a lot of the brunt of that charge. Gremic is down to 5 HP. Pashka still has about half his HP, but look at this. Raging Potato with the ram into the back of a Mouse with his 5A. Takes a lot of damage for that himself. Pashka going down now very soon as well. Oops are going to survive here with 5 tanks still standing. Perhaps if Gremic can survive this. Insane's going to come in to get a bit of damage. Well, Crater picking up the kill there, and Oops securing this first round on Ghost Town.
Well, Oops actually did the hardest job here. I was expecting this is the biggest chance for them in this match to lose.
Yeah.
Because we were working on stats a bit lately, Ryan mainly, and Oops has 25% win rate in defense on this map. They absolutely suck on it. But looks like they took their lesson, and this was rather well. Good reactions, Carol running away immediately, hiding behind the big boy Insane.
Reaching Potato doing 2nd damage there, nicely done. I mean, 4 out of 5 they're coming in.
It was just a pure farm, like all of them are third with their butts, focusing mouse, focusing 1 single shooter of Oops while taking damage from almost the entire team. Sorry, by Deha was a mouse, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you called it before it happened. You said if they're going to do this, the danger is that these 3 mouse are not going to be able to get into the fight as well as everyone else. And Oops just went, okay, well, you've called the fight, let's go, boys, let's go.
If you want to fight, you either open it with mouse tanks and then come with other guys, or if you want to create a cap pressure, then you put mouses and then maybe chase away Oops guys and then pull back. And then play the game, do the damage over time and so on. But this is just pure suicide. Like, you're treating a mouse like it's going double its speed, so it's going to be there, and it's not. It's gonna, like most of the people, die before he even fires a shot.
Now teams are going to swap positions. We're going to get Oops on the attack. We're going to get CryptiK on the defense. Anyone who's not been watching for a little while, CryptiK were formerly known as Who Cares. They have a new team sponsor, so that's why the team name has changed.
Previously known as Topadin. Previously
known as Topadin. Previously known as Ragequit. Yeah, teams changing all the time its names, but usually the kind of core members are staying through here. Now, Oops here on the attack, bit of rotation potential. T57. Interesting. They can still potentially do something in the cap, but looks like perhaps they're going to be looking for a fight as well. I mean, Oops have to be confident as well here, Mojo, that if they take a fight with CryptiK, they're likely going to come out on top, aren't they?
2 mouse tanks, 2 57s, 2 VZs and a Bacha. This is if you can say this is an all-around setup, yes, this is definitely it. So if you want to fight with it straight on, yeah, we can. If you want to do cap pressure, yeah, we can. So everything works here. Again, Leopard here really popular lately among many teams because heat, ammo, precise gun, fast enough to climb up. So it gives you a lot of opportunities to monitor that cap #1. And we all know that cap #1 is the most dangerous on this map because it gives a lot of opportunity to team to pressure. And if they trench in, if they manage to trench in, then they are in cooldown and you need to go at them.
Camo taking 2 shots there as he's doing a little bit of scouting. Actually had a damaged turret ring there. Came off repair, but I mean, that's not so great. Him already taking 2 shots this early in the match.
Yeah, almost reminded me on Breakneck, scouting Prokhorovka yesterday. But, Kamil is alive and Breakneck just died after 2 meters.
So you can see Gremic here, if you look at the little reload timer and the little number beside his name that shows that he's reloading, the little bar under shows that he's reloading. He's just shooting at stuff in base 1, taking away cover to... Because, I mean, that cover can actually save or make a break, make a team cap or not. We've seen it happen before where teams haven't destroyed the cover and it's actually cost them a match.
Many time overs. Oops, he's gathering for this. Here we go. He had HE shell because he was breaking the cap. When you are breaking houses, you don't want to shoot other things. HE is all the way because you can break more with 1 shell. Oops.
Oh, this is hyper-aggressive here from Oops.
Different.
Okay, so Oops are not going for the cap. They're running right through it. They want to drop Lucky Blast, and they might be able to pick up a free kill here because Hallow is backed off in his mouse. He's not given any support here. They might even continue to push into Gremic here. This is a very aggressive start here from Oops Mojo to get a bit of dominance.
No, this was really brilliant. Now will come the cap pressure, and I think all the Oops tanks will just go to backup Insane's position. They are not greedy, they are smart. This was really good play. Some trade of HP, soloing out one guy that CryptiK absolutely thought is safe. But as we saw, he's not. Look at this, 25 seconds now. And most of the fast tanks of CryptiK are not even in position or have shells to go anywhere close to the cap behind. So they have to suicide frontal now. They have to do it frontal.
Here's the genius thing that Oops did as well by taking out Lucky Blast. Gremic doesn't have vision in the cap circle, so if Gremic gets a reset, it's a blind shot right now. We're down to 13 seconds.
He has the vision, but he's on 1 shot.
Cap circle here is down to 9 seconds. Hallow's trying to peek forward and get shots, but he's going to get pushed back by Creator and Deca. 5 seconds to go. Where's the reset? Where's the angle? Micmac is rushing into suicide. Micmac's going to take damage first, but he doesn't connect. 0 seconds, and CryptiK did not have an answer to that play from Oops. That was fantastic. That was really well read. Really well read.
Brilliant play. I really liked it all the way. They just mastered their forces a bit. It looked like they're just breathing in and then just went for it. It was absolutely secure what they wanted to do, what they wanted to gain. There was no hesitation, and then they were not greedy. That's the important part.
Yeah.
They were not greedy. That was just the part A of a plan. They had immediately a follow-up. Where will they go with tanks? How will they cover this? And the crap pressure was on and all the cover. And 57s, they're reloading like 20-21 seconds. They had shells before anyone even came close.
Yeah, it was good. It was such a great example of a push and then like saying, hey guys, like this is our area.
And look
now.
at this. This is a cap game, but Raging has 3,000 damage. Deha has 2.7k. I mean, they actually managed to do damage and cap. Nice game. I liked it.
Very well done. Very, very well done. And again, it's what we expect from Oops. They're one of the teams that always come out with slightly different tactics, variations of standard stuff that we see.
Oops in previous season, when you say they're coming up with new tactics, it had kind of double edge on it because some of those tactics were just like, what?
Yeah.
What is this?
Yeah, this shouldn't work. This is not going to work. Yeah. But now it's very good to see. I mean, we talked these guys up last season. We said, you know, last season we expect the team to do well. Didn't do so well. Now Oops and Utopia are the ones that are really setting the pace and setting the bar for other teams to follow.
When the season started, I could say I would never expect such a strong appearance by both of those teams, but they disproved me. Respect massively.
It's good to watch as well. It's good to watch as well. Now we're going to go into Prokhorovka. We're going to start off with Oops on the defense. We're going to start off with CryptiK on the attack. I mean, I like Prokhorovka. It's something that you can generally see different tactics work on it, different plays. Still a map where you sometimes see different vehicles being used as well. It's very much down to team choices and sometimes individual player choices as well.
Prokhorovka is mainly really great to watch now since the introduction of VZ because it allows you a lot of options how to play it. But for me, more interesting, as I said, this was a standard ban map for Oops, and they actually chose to play today. Yesterday, Ding did the same, and you saw how it went. It was absolute massacre how much they didn't play it well. So let's see, did Oops maybe overplay themselves?
Now, Insane and Cameo are going to be playing bat chats. We have 2 bat chats. We have an STRV And then we have multiple 5As here for Oops. So very kind of mobile lineup from Oops with that kind of anchor of the STRV. But even then, the STRV is not exactly a slow tank itself.
Yeah, but you know already, if it comes to STRV finishing the game, it's just not gonna happen. He has to be in position. So when you take an STRV even while attacking, that means you want to prevent someone from rotating.
Okay, this strong defensive push here from Oops. This happens quite a lot. Teams want to get this strong defensive area. They want to try and get map coverage and vision straight away from the very start.
Really mobile setup here by CryptiK in attack. 3 VZs, 1 IS-7, 3 Bachats. Allows them a lot of things to do, to pressure, to put IS-7 in cap if needed, to have Bachats to rotate, fight the enemy all over the place and so on. Oops is rather split now. They're actually counting that CryptiK will not push them straight forward, that they will be too scared to do it. Their gamble is paying off. Otherwise, they would be pretty much in deep trouble because Miloš would be out of the game completely. You can see him there on A8. He's a trap. He's a trap there. There is no other way to say that.
Cameo and Insane pushing down on Lucky Blast. They don't know he's there. Cameo and,
yeah,
well, Insane's definitely spotted, but they're making a run here. They could get a free kill on Lucky Blast if he gets lit. As soon as Lucky Blast shoots them, Cameo and Insane, they have to be careful they don't get overlap. But look at this. Looks like CryptiK might actually take the overmatch on the other side of the map, Mojo.
This is really risky, but they're doing the damage now. A Lucky Blast will know they fired all their shells, and that means one of these Bachats will probably die. But the damage they're doing, look at Gremek, he's completely massacred there.
Camel's now in a reload, Insane's now in a reload, and look at this, Lucky Blast is going to move up and take his pick of a tank. Now, can Lucky Blast actually get a kill here? Let's actually listen into the TeamSpeak of CryptiK. Nope, that's my bad. We're not going to do that just now. And look, is he going to get a kill? Cameo block. Cameo blocks, actually. He's saving his teammate. He can't get a kill here from Lucky Blast.
So we have Raging here holding off Ikerolf against these guys. Gremek is on one shot, so he can definitely not push. Pure the King and number 1 are able to press over. But what ended here is Insane is still alive. He managed to do a lot of damage to the heavies, and he can pull back behind the rest of the guys and just snipe.
Now we see Pashka and we see Micmac coming over here. They're going to, well, actually, Pashka decides to come back, and Micmac's just going to go over on his own to support Lucky Blast, who's just about to come off reload. Insane, saved by his teammate there, who just drove up straight behind him to prevent the shots, and Lucky Blast unable to get that final killing blow. Oops, now, I mean, team HPs, you can see at the top of the screen here, very similar to each other. Gremek is on a one-shot, Insane's on a one-shot, so that's a 5A could be dropped for CryptiK with just one shot, and it's a Batchat could be dropped for Oops for one shot, so...
Oops is playing a big play, an important play here. They are completely running away at the moment. They do not want to face this kind of push that CryptiK is doing now. So good calls here coming in, definitely, otherwise they would lose these two Batchats. This is not like they have two STRVs waiting on that line to massacre them. What's gonna be important here, they need to take control of this part of the map now, the hill, the lower part, so they need to do fast rotations, and they need to be able to cover Creator and Raging in those positions. Now Raging doesn't have a medic, and he doesn't know he's spotted now. Pay attention to that, guys. But, on the other hand, what is...
free
what
farm
connections!
For Deka. Free farm for Deka. Can he get another shot? And no, he's going to look over for Pure to kill as well. Now, number 1 and should be telling his teammates exactly where he was shot from. CryptiK are going to guess that an STRV is over in that area. We might see Deka,
Number 1 should be thinking now, oh guys, I'm not playing Kranwagen. This is still VZ with -7 and not like, I don't know, -1,000,000 gun depression. You cannot pick like that and expect to shoot and not get spotted. What I wanted to say, they don't have any large caliber TD that will pen easily through those cooldown tanks.
Cameo,
so they have to rely on push, and push will come really soon.
Cameo and Insane are pushing up on the map. Now, Cameo sees Pashka, they're going to trade shots, but Cameo can't win this trade. Insane can't really come in to help him, because Insane's a one-shot. This is really bad for Cameo. There's an overwatch there from Micmac, who's able to support his teammate. Now, Insane's stuck on this hill all alone on a one-shot, and he's going to have to get out of there. He's in a lot of trouble if he hangs around.
Massive mistake here by Camille, I would say, because if he got an order from Insane to push, I still don't understand it, because they had no means to help him. And if anything was left by CryptiK, this was bound to happen like this. Now, HP is really similar by both teams, but effectively CryptiK is in a better position because they have one tank more, and they can keep those VZs at least a little behind. But Insane, who is really important tank for Oops, the only Batchat surviving, He's on one shot. That's not good for them.
Now we can see that that Batchat has continued to further push up the 0 line, so that's going to be really dangerous for Oops at the moment because they're starting to get surrounded and they don't have a lot of protection here. You can see the damage dropping off. Raging Potato taking a lot of damage. Kerloff now taking damage as well. Deka's going to have to do a blind push here into Lucky Blast. Lucky Blast only has 3 shots, so he can't kill Deka, but he has to watch that no other tank comes in and support. Kerloff and Crater on the other side, so it looks like they're trying to sandwich Lucky Blast here in between the 2 tanks. He is going to get shot at the moment, but Deka is taking shots at the side for us. Oops are just bleeding HP right now, and it's CryptiK that are slowly starting to come out on top.
Yeah, they're coming on top by HP, but they must not lose more tanks. Oops is trying to do what they can with rotation. Now Lucky Blast is in reload and he can't do anything about Deha anymore. Why is he ramming frontal? Like, he had some chance to survive longer if he would just bypass him and use him as a shield. Whatever choices you make are such. Still, Oops, 3000 HP compared to 4.6k by CryptiK, but still there in a game. There is 6 of them. And there is 5 guys of CryptiK, and most of HP is on Halu on his visit.
If Oops can come back from this, it's going to be an impressive result because only Milosh has any real health to trade right now. Insane getting out some really nice shots and a brilliant kill there picking up Pashka. Now Insane's a one-shot, Deka's a one-shot, Kerloff's a one-shot, Crater's a one-shot. Oops are hanging in here by the skin of their teeth and they're making it work. It is now 6 guns of Oops against 4 guns of CryptiK.
That is so true, but they are holding their lines and they made some kind of crossfire now. Mikmek is pushing again alone. Again alone. CryptiK is not playing as a unit. Oops is. All these rotations were super risky. They could be punished. Halu, nice shot on Insane here. But, as I said, Oops played more like a unit. Now, this is the gravest danger here for Oops. If the cap pressure starts on this side, they will have really little resources to deal with it.
Milosh taking a shot there from PureTheKing. As I said, he is the only one with HP that can really trade. They're trying to shoot into Halu, but they're missing connections in every shot. Now, Mikmak might decide to go aggressive here onto Milosh. It'd be a bold move, but he does have 5 shots ready to go. Danger is once he peeks, can Deka get any shots? Look at this shot going over to Raging Potato. Mikmak misses that one. Deka could potentially be the key tank here for Oops. It depends how much shots he can get to farm. The danger that Oops have is that Halu can just go in and trade with anyone if he wants.
Deha is just deleted from the map, so he's not going to be critical for anything. This game is definitely shifting now for CryptiK side. No matter how Oops try to prolong it, the thing is they lost Batchat too easy on that hill. If he was alive, none of this would be happening.
Now CryptiK here are able to just peek and trade, and the thing is that even if they take shot for shot, CryptiK are just going to win this because they have the most HP. You can see PureTheKing and Halu here pressuring Raging Potato. Imagine at some point Halu's just going to say, guys, I'm going, because, well, Raging Potato is effectively a one-shot for 5A.
Well, Milosh is the only guy who can do anything about Team CryptiK now. 2 minutes, it's exactly enough time how much you need to cap. So they are relying that Mikmek will not be resetted and they can pressure the cap with one more guy. Actually, they can't because everyone else is stuck. So if Milosh just lets it go...
Oh, potential nice shot through the rails there, but unlucky.
If Milosh just lets it go and manages to hit the cap, they might actually just win game by that.
There's a push on the other side though. Kerloff and Crater are going to try and get a jump on Gremic, but Gremic drops Kerloff and he can drop Crater as well because, well, he's a one-shot. Again, Halu picks up the kill on Crater. This is the issue that Oops have. They just don't have the HP to trade. PureTheKing now kills Raging Potato. Now they can just push into Milosh and finish him off, and this one is going to go to CryptiK. First round here on Prokhorovka. And unfortunately there from Oops, a bit of a reckless play down that 0 line kind of tilted the balance into CryptiK's favour.
Well, it's always in danger when you go into the match and you just play as a premier in a live match. Map you were banning also time. It doesn't matter how much you trained it, you would still need some time to get used to it, to get used to pressure while you're playing live. So I believe they will be better over time. Their rotations were fast, so there is a really good sync between them and everything, but they need a bit better readout of the map yet.
Yeah, I mean, they were trying to make plays, but I mean, when you're trying to go in against somebody and you're a one-shot yourself, it's a very bold move to do. But I mean, if he's also like they're trying to push Gremic, both the tanks going into him were one-shots, but there was still the crossfire potential from the middle. So
the game was really decided on that hill because if they killed Batchat from CryptiK in that moment, they would win.
Yeah, and if Insane hadn't taken all the damage, when I mean, it was great. It was great holding by Lucky Blast.
Damage.
Yeah.
They also did a lot of damage. The thing is, they never checked the corner. I expected they will,
Oh,
but they didn't.
Check, yeah. And it was
unfortunate. That was the first mistake.
Unfortunate, Lucky Blast didn't pick up a kill from that. But the teams are going to swap positions now. We're going to see Oops on the attack. We're going to see CryptiK on the defense. And well, there's my prediction already gone. But your one's still alive, Mojo.
I believe the attack side suits Oops much better in their philosophy also of the play. So they should be able to deal with this, but it's not only in their hands. Team CryptiK has a lot to say about it. They played this round really well. They also had good reads, good counters, how to deal with it. They did some mistakes also, losing some players without any need. But overall, they used advantage they created themselves, and they took the round.
Yep, now Cap 1, Cap 2. Cap 1 generally only happens if the team has control of the right-hand side of the map. It's a very suicidal team to do it if they didn't have that otherwise, because it's fairly easy to reset. Cap 1 always ends up with brawls and stuff first. Again, the team's only going to do that if they have complete control of that side of the map. So always kind of interesting how Prokhorovka plays out, because it starts off as a north and south map, and then it turns as the game develops into like an east and west map.
Huge brawl potential, both teams. Oops and CryptiK have only one tank different. Oops has 3 Bachats and CryptiK has 2, but they have 1 VZ more. That usually says, yeah, we are going to pressure the middle immediately, but having more Bachats gives Oops more leverage. They can just split their tanks and be faster together if needed. So they're doing exactly that, pushing the over the village side, 4 VZs and 1 Bachat on the hill, and they left 2 Bachats in the back as a booby trap. But that booby trap will work against them if CryptiK plays suicidal now. But that's a huge risk to take.
CryptiK looks like they're going to do it, Mojo. I think this is going to be over quite quickly here. Oops do not have the 2 Bachats to be able to assist. CryptiK might get spots. They are curious about where the overmatch is, and if CryptiK wanted to go for this right now, they would win it.
If shoulda, woulda, coulda. As
Shoulda,
I
woulda,
said,
coulda, yeah.
that would impose that they think that Oops tanks are split, which they don't know. And there will come some kind of rotation from Team CryptiK now, probably from the Bachats. We can already see it on the screen. And now we need actually to see what will be the real play of Oops, because all of this was just an opening hand, something they wanted to show to CryptiK. The real play is where Creator and Camille are. And this is where the battle will probably be decided between these Bachats.
Yeah, it's going to be Bachat upon Bachat, and now Micmac and Lucky Blast are actually turning around. Are they going to go down here because Creator and Cameo are just holding their guns? They're going to try and focus one Bachat and then try and turn their guns on another Bachat really quickly. So this is going to be an interesting little fight here between the mediums. Who has the best shot discipline, basically, Mojo?
2 Bachats coming in, Lucky Blast and Micmac against Creator.
Micmac's
and
spotted.
Camille. Yes, but he cannot be easily shot, and Camille is spotted more
Camille
importantly.
took the first hit. This is not good. Lucky Blast misses with his second, misses with his third.
Micmac is taking 2 shots from
Hits with his
Creator.
fourth.
Camille taking quite a lot of damage there. So you could say this is an even, but this is not really good for Oops now, because entire CryptiK knows where the Oops tanks are. But they do have more shells, and there is a possibility for them to push, because they know all the VZs are pretty much spotted from CryptiK. And they know where... And look at this decisive push now. They know they're split. They know the Bachats of CryptiK don't have all the shells. And this is when the Oops makes the pressure.
Oops trying to push in here, but they're the ones taking all the damage as Kerloff has dropped to pretty much half health. Raging Potato's dropped to half health. They've yet to actually start doing damage here to CryptiK's tanks. Oops are making the play, but they're not actually making it work in their favour. They've pushed over here and they've just taken lots of hits to the face for it.
They are doing what they do best, the rotations, but they took some damage while crossing the rail. That was when the damage came in. Now, the Bachats of CryptiK are reloaded. They're in position right behind their guys. And this is a situation that Oops has to think really careful how to play against.
Nice hit there from Kerloff into Halu for 5-2-5. Now Insane has joined Creator, Camo, and Insane. Oh, Creator, Camo, yeah, Insane's coming over. 3 of them coming in from the sides, but Oops need to start focusing, start doing damage. They have dropped Micmac in the Bachat. There's a counter push coming in here for CryptiK. CryptiK want to take the fight here against Oops before Oops can bring their Bachats into bear, but Halu drops Deka, Insane drops Grimic. CryptiK have lost 2 Bachat and 5A here. Oops have lost 5A. They're about to lose 2 5As actually. Raging Potato also goes down as well. Oops down a tank compared to CryptiK. Where is the rest of these tanks from Oops?
there, right there. As you can see, they were choosing the targets and the most exposed people. So now we have a situation, 4 heavy tanks by CryptiK that are facing 3 Batchats and 1 heavy by Oops. And this is not a situation you want to be in. This is definitely not a situation you want to be in on Prokhorovka.
Milos here brawling at the front with these Batchats behind him. We're just going to back off for the reload. Krator has a full clip ready to go. Kemio's just about to come off reload. Insane is in the middle of a reload, and CryptiK are now going to limp away to try and plan something around base 2, because everything else from the 1 line to the 6 line now is death for them.
The reason why I said this is not situation we want to be on Prokhorovka is you have a limited view range, worst camo value, and you have clippers against you with high mobility. 3 Batchats still alive for Oops means they can pressure 1 cap by just placing one of them, and they can make a really effective crossfire with everyone else. That would mean CryptiK will have to move around. Okay, VZ is fairly mobile tank. It goes almost 50 kilometers per hour, but this is not like road. This is open terrain. And still, there is a lot of positions, bushes, hold-down positions to play against, so it's not really cool play for them. This is good play by Oops, immediately putting guy up here on the hill. That will effectively make CryptiK really vulnerable, because if they want to do anything over the middle, he will shoot them in their backs. If the 1 cap is pressured, that leaves them then only one way, only one safe way to play over A6. That means even Milos from the middle will be able to shoot it. Milos will be also to shoot anyone who tries to attack Insane up, and so on and so on. So Oops is making the good plays now. We just need to see how we'll actually envelop. Will there be some RNG involved and so on? Yeah.
Now, Oops have immediately, as you said, spread the Batchats around, so they've got covering fire from all different angles. CryptiK's going to try and slowly edge his way up the hill here. I'm sure he'll be pretty nervous doing this. Kemio's going to come up here behind Insane, because, well, that's going to be a great place to shoot down onto the tanks of CryptiK.
He has to pick, he has to see something, and this was really lucky for him, because he caught Insane in probably worst possible moment. And this is a cheap punishment. This is just 1 shot by Milos, and then he will fade. The problem is, when he was peeking, his team was not really aiming there.
Yeah. Now Milos can start shooting across into him. CryptiK is unspotted now, so he can back off in that area, but
4 minutes to go.
CryptiK know that somebody's up on that hill. They are the defensive team, so Oops are the ones having to make the plays, but to be honest, Oops have CryptiK pretty much where they want them. It's just when Oops decide what they want to do.
As far as I see, Oops just needs to position 1 tank on 1 cap. They do have the HP advantage. That can melt if someone is caught from Oops immediately, of course. These guns from VZs are just animal kind of brutal things. 490 alpha, 8.86 reload, really good accuracy, so they can shoot or move also. Heat ammo, not something that Oops can deal with in a direct brawl, but if they play it smart and they just pressure, they create good crossfires, they can use the heavies against themselves, of course.
And here, Mojo, looks like Milos is going to move up to AB6 area. Krator's going to move into the cap, so Milos will keep that area protected. And if anyone does peek over the rails, then you've got Insane and Kemio to shoot them in the back.
Yeah, so in this moment, CryptiK should gather up and push the tail line, but they can't.
Halo's spotted and he's a 1-shot.
But they can't, because they are stuck.
Yep, this is what we said. If you go for base 1 shenanigans, you pretty much have to hold that side of the map. And you can see here, CryptiK are completely on the other side of the rails, all bunched up in a corner on defense. And well, they've got no way to be able to come in for this reset unless they want to do something completely suicidal.
Pashka is out of the draw range for the guys from the hill. So they're pushing finally 1 heavy to see the Batchats on the hill. We need to see how will that envelop, because honestly, the guys from CryptiK cannot support the guy up on the hill. If that's #1 skill, it makes some sense, because he can do some damage. But he is completely...
It's pure the king.
Oh my god, he changed the name. Oh, that's so sweet. I just realized it.
Now, CryptiK's the one trying to peek up and trying. Oh, he sees actually Kemio. Insane's going to start shooting into him, though. He misses on Camille. Insane with the second shot tracks him. Kemio picks up the kill. So CryptiK have lost their 5. They've only got 3 tanks left. #1's going to try and push in here against Milos. Pashka's going to push in as well, try and get a reset. This is extremely bold because he's just trying to bully out Milos. #1's going to use the HP. Milos taking a big hit there, and this could actually be dangerous. The blind shot into where they thought Krator was as Kemio picks up a double kill. Remember, he's doing all this when he's only a 1-shot himself, and his tank pretty much on an average roll. Krator is now shooting into #1. This looks like it's going to be an easy kill for Krator. One more shot, and #1 will go down. That means only Pashka is left, and Krator didn't look like he penned that one, but Kemio now on the triple kill and only number 1 left as Crater goes in for potentially a ram kill. He gets it. Well done, laddie. 3-1 Oops, and that is Prokhorovka done and dusted.
Good play by Oops here, good planning, good rotations again. I would say they are making their plays finally. CryptiK was locked down. That one botshot less was a big burden in this kind of game because Oops never wanted to brawl the middle. That was never even their intention or plan. They didn't care about that. They did one risky thing, splitting the tanks, counting that CryptiK will be too scared to push there, expecting 7 guys.
Yeah, I mean, it's bold. I mean, from CryptiK's point of view, could they have been potentially worried that, for example, Oops could have had the Batchats up on the hill? Because they had 1 Batchat up on the hill. So would a team have, I mean, could you put 3 Batchats up on the hill and force a team fight in that area?
No, you don't have to push them all in a hill. You push some behind and close, but everyone close so you can actually snipe if someone pushes. But they were counting that CryptiK will not be crazy enough to do that because that's just like putting your head in a, bag and hoping no one will hit you. Because you don't know what's in the dark, man.
Yeah, true. Now, Oops are taking lead here 3-1. We're going to go into Himmelsdorf, a map that Oops are very well known for playing some exceptional plays on. It is going to be a tough one for CryptiK here.
CryptiK also had some decent plays on Himmelsdorf, so I can't say this is their horrible map, but definitely Oops is favored by far. So far, their performance of Himmelsdorf is, as far as 83%, man. Quite a lot compared to CryptiK's 33, but yesterday we've seen that stats really don't matter, Jack, you know what?
Yeah,
so
and we can't really, I mean, to be honest, predictions for the season are kind of difficult. I mean, we can sometimes get the teams right, but so many surprises.
I'm just saying, like, Oops, tactically, is better. Definitely better, and definitely better rotations, but CryptiK does know how to surprise enemies sometimes, and we need to see, are they choosing to play that kind of game now?
E3, E4, hello. PZ7, hello.
IS4.
Hello. How heavy do you want to be in defense here?
This is super heavy lineup, but look at Oops lineup. Oops lineup compared to them is super light, but they still have a couple of mouse tanks, and that gives them a lot of mobility compared to CryptiK. So Oops is well known on Himmelsdorf for doing one thing, rotating the enemy in defense by far. So they're gonna put tanks here, they're gonna put them there, and when they find the spot they think is weak, that's where they're gonna press.
Even with that super heavy lineup from CryptiK, Oops still have more HP in total than them.
That will have something to do with those 3 mouse
Triple
tanks.
mouse, yeah. It's going to be an interesting fight once this happens. As you say, Oops, very well known for doing rotations and pulling teams away and, doing a bit of bait and switch, like, hey, look, we're going for this base. Haha, we're actually going for the other base.
Well, they're still limited by the mobility of those 3 mouse tanks, so there is a couple of options. What will they do? CryptiK is heavily involved in defending number 2 cap because they know they cannot really rotate, and that's why they took so many TDs, so they can at least try to snipe anyone approaching the 1 cap. The weakness of this defense is if Oops actually manages to squeeze their tanks close and pressure the C3 corner, put them back, they will be able to create a crossfire, maybe even put someone on a cap.
Yeah, I mean, the rotation potential here from CryptiK is almost non-existent. It's going to be so slow to react to anything if Oops want to start baiting them. So the Batchats and the 50Bs actually are going to be hugely important here for Oops.
CryptiK has total of 1 tank that can move semi-fast, and that's Lucky Blast in his visit, and that's about that. Everything else, it's just straightforward fight.
Yeah, bold here from CryptiK, bold here. I mean, it pretty much tells Oops exactly what they're wanting to do.
I can't say it's bold. I would say they're scared because they're refusing to fight.
Yeah.
They're just hoping Oops will make a mistake and suicide on these big guns.
I mean, and that's a bold plan, thinking that Oops are going to do something like that. They are the team that are known for changing things up,
Well, the mouses of, or however is the plural of that, are going toward the rail. So it does look like Oops will make a play there, but will that be the only play? I seriously doubt it, because they might just pressure a bit on that side and then strike them from the back, because they are fast enough to do it.
Man, the first tank that comes into the gun line of those TDs, the damage potential could be absolutely brutal. PZ7 as well actually hits quite hard, but I mean double E3 and E4, that's...
PZ has a good turret, and that's its advantage toward the mouse in one way, but weak lower plate and couple of other weak spots. More mobile than mouse, less HP, and so on. Some differences, still a bit longer reload than mouse also.
Crater now coming off the hill. Cameo was up there earlier on, but he's came down as well. Looks like Oops potentially wanting to do something, but now Camo and Crater actually trading places. Looks like a run up the banana road might be coming up here, Mojo.
A run. Run, mouses, run!
And they've got the two 50Bs there as well, Deca and Crater. Keloff is the one leading the point. And CryptiK just holding the line. Insane and Raging Potato coming up as well. So looks like a little march of the mouse. And they're gonna come up banana. I call it the banana road. It's a road that's on E and F6 or E and F7A area because it's kind of shaped like a curve of a banana. Now, Mojo, what do you want to draw for me here?
Well, I stole some crayons from Ducky. I'm not that good, but I'm gonna try. So the weakness that I see here in defense of CryptiK is here, like this corner. We all know that when that corner is pressured, this is a big problem for teams that can't rotate well. The thing is, they have a heavy tank who is in this position here, and we have them focused everywhere to do crossfires, but that means if there is a cap pressure and Oops deals with Ice 4 by shooting him from this position, by shooting him from the corner, they will have to cross in one moment toward here. And I'm pretty sure that Oops will already have tanks waiting to shoot from the lower part when that happens. Also, we know that this Ice 4 here in the upper part, he can really not survive the long time. Even behind the corner, here or there are options that Oops can just do and deal with it. But we will see what Oops actually tries to do, and they might even pressure the C3 corner, as we said before, because there is two different versions of what's gonna be done. But I have a feeling they're gonna go for a 2 cap.
Oops, about to peek round this 5 line, but all the mouse are gathered up there. Now Milosh is coming up behind the 50Bs. So Oops have slowly positioned all their tanks up here. Mouse is going to lead out first. Insane is going to take the charge here. We're going to try and draw out CryptiK into a crossfire.
CryptiK is already in crossfire. Very
bold play. Just slowly edging their way up here. Imagine like how tense this must be for them. And at the same time, Milosh is moving over in towards cap area. Gremik is opposite him. So Gremik is going to be there in the IS-4. We see that tank get played a lot.
This is what I was saying before. When you want to engage something, you put Mouse's tank first, so you know they're in a battle, and then you show the fast tanks. So Oops didn't make that kind of mistake, and they're gathered up.
Now they're picking into Lucky Blast. Let's listen into the team speak of Oops, because this fight is going to get started.
Vizi.
Yeah, he's running away.
He's crossing.
I cannot shoot.
Bring aggressive on us. Can you keep it? Can you get ready to pick us the 50 base?
Yes.
Ice for shot.
Ready.
I'm reloading.
There's busy and if we framing us.
Ice 4 is moving.
We can fuck this. Ice 4 guys.
Ice 4 is
Pull back
scrapping
the mouse.
too.
They're gonna push on the mouse.
Yeah, that.
Pick us the 50, pick us the 50, and make damage.
Pick.
Pick. We blocked the mouse.
E4.
Make kills. E4. Nice.
I'll finish.
I finish.
Nice.
The ponder. Ponder.
Yeah.
Ice 4 is moving in. Ice 4 is moving in.
Kill the ponder.
Ice 4 will
It's
be
fine.
Try to shield you by raging. Try to shield.
Yes.
Reload.
Nice. 50 can cross and kill the Ice 4.
Yeah, I crossed already, I'm reloading.
Okay, he's for one tape already.
I'm
Raging,
reloading.
don't go this way, mates. You're taking full shot from the fucking TDs. If I take a shot from this mouse, it's not the end of the world.
5
being
seconds,
completely
I can
fine.
kill IS-4.
Wait to kill this one ice forward now, then we can.
I can kill him in 3, 2, 1. You need to take it, maybe
I can finish.
finish him then.
Just
I
going
shot.
crater.
Make kills.
I will kill Micmac.
Lucky blast shot from the window.
I can finish.
Nice. We need to kill VZ.
Buff us
So.
to go kill the VZ and go safe. Fast.
I'm reloading.
Kill off us the VZ.
I bounced.
It's fine.
Nice.
Wait for me. I will reload and I will pick from this.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yes,
15
yes, yes,
seconds.
yes, yes, yes,
Don't-
yes, yes,
don't
yes.
get
Chill,
pushed.
chill, chill, chill,
Crossfire
chill,
on
chill,
them.
chill, chill, chill. Wait for Camille.
You can
You
just keep on
keep the
capping.
pressure. You can keep the pressure cap. Creator, you don't have you don't have to stay here, mate. You can just go around.
Oh, 50 bees, okay, there are because they need to commit right here. They cannot push coming
Okay,
back.
you-
50
Yeah,
bees
yeah,
should
yeah.
stay
cap
here.
also.
Yeah,
Just-
okay, you can
Yeah,
stay.
that's
you can
fine.
stay.
Just join the cap.
Double
Join-
cap.
They're
And
logged on here.
join the
They're
cap.
I'm
logged on
double
here.
capping.
Okay. Kill fast the
I'm-
spot though.
Yeah, just
Kill,
cut
just
off
keep the
the.
spot on.
If
on
Ray
suspect.
is here,
Run, just run.
I'm running.
Yeah, that's why I wanted you to fuse G. Like you just pick on. Oh yeah.
I guess I need to go forward 1-3. Yeah, 3 is gonna be on my butt. I need to go like this.
Yes,
Careful, need
it's
that
fine.
spot.
Can we just wait? You can
It's
just
done?
go back to the bar, Camille.
yes, I
Don't-
And shoot him through the window.
Cut off, are you spotting this?
Yes.
You just have to fuck the mouse.
Kill mouse.
Mouse is
Complete fuck the
rushing.
mouse.
Speaking.
Near kill him. Well done.
Nice.
You cap it.
Both
Bob-
of you are
Bob-
here. Both of you are
Bob-
here.
Okay,
Just
Cap.
And get side from this. It's one.
Okay, and there we go. Cap circle. Crater picking up a triple kill. Couple of Craigisms in chat for him, boys. I know he is a big favourite for a lot of the viewers at home.
We left the team speak a bit longer, but it was something to enjoy. A good view on a battle. And what I like in Oops in this season, there is no toxic talk. Like, there was a mistake done by one player. Cool. Don't do it. Go here. You did it because that's making us vulnerable. But still, the executional plan was something that we already talked about before. They saw the opening. They saw the slow potential of CryptiK team, that they can't really move around, that they have to cross over, that they will just be weak then. And they used every bit of it. And the important thing is they didn't spot that many tanks of CryptiK. They spotted almost no one, but by not spotting anyone, they were like, okay, they're doing this. We're just going to do that.
Yeah. It was nice how well paced it was as well. It's like, okay, they're pushing. Okay, now go with the 50 Bs. And we're like, well, that guy's dead. And I think it was Lucky Blast just got like done.
It was one of the TDs.
Done in an instant because he was side on, easy farm. But yeah, again, nicely executed from Oops. They knew what they had to do. They knew how to draw in and switch in with the all-loaders. And nice trades. Very nicely done. Again, kind of what we expect from Oops. Very clinical play. And now they're on match point. They're going to be now on defense. It's going to be CryptiK to go into the attack against them. It'll be interesting to see what Oops take out here. They're going to take something more mobile. Are they going to go with something super heavy or super slow themselves? I get the feeling they're going to take perhaps a more mobile setup.
I really have no idea. They have no reason to do anything special. In this kind of game, they just need to close the match.
Yeah, they just need to kind of make it sure Type 5 heavy being used there, CryptiK. Okay, I mean, we've got 5A, we've got 113, we've got an E3, 50B, double mouse, and an IS4.
It's rather standard setup for defense.
Defense,
they are
all
going to
but two,
control.
yeah.
They're going to control the rail. They're going to control the upper cap and wait to see what CryptiK does and respond.
So CryptiK coming out with that Type 5 heavy can do a potential lot of damage. Something that's always feared when you see it on a battlefield.
Type 5 heavy is problem if you position someone as IS4 on that A7 position, because he can just splash into death. He doesn't really have to pen him, and that is a huge issue in that moment. But you have to get in that kind of shooting position, and they have to allow you that.
Like Mac getting some early spots for his team to let everyone know where they are. Now Lucky Bast, Gremic and number 1 going to do a little push over the middle here. Gremic's going to get over
Nice boost.
interestingly as well.
I love this. I love
it's a good boost, good use of the additional vehicles. They're going to get up into that corner area actually. It's a shot coming here. Nicely done there by Milos. Shot also coming out from Crater, trading there with Gremic. Gremic actually losing his driver in that exchange. Doesn't look like he's got a health back because that would normally be fixed straight away.
Nice connection here immediately by Oops, already chipping away HP from CryptiK. 2000 HP advantage here. It does help that they have 2 mouse tanks, but still, good shots, and still they control the map. Now, we need to see where will that Type 5 go, actually, because Deha in Insane cannot really deal with it alone.
Lucky Bast and Gremic holding their positions in the courtyard. Halo down south as well, past Kapitska.
I would really like to see what kind of gear Deha has. Does he have binos or something else? We'll
Like
see.
up in that corner area, yeah. Usually it has binos, so yes, binos, rammer, and verstab.
So he has binos, but he doesn't use rations. He kept everything in case of. Well, binos don't really work well when you lose a commander, you know.
You don't want a fire in the mouse either.
That's something you can risk, but in this kind of games where with mouse you often have to expose your side and your back, and when you can get shot by tanks like Type 5, Type 5 can now, after the patch, actually pen the mouse easy because mouse underplate is actually weakened, and he can get damage from that side.
I think it was Daki saying that all he does is he shoots under tanks all the time now.
Yeah, that's how you can set up set mouse on fire now. Well, CryptiK decided they don't like the rail anymore, but number one took another shot for his pleasure here. So Milos is keeping a really careful eye what's going on the 8 line. They will see any possible rotation, and it's really good shooting to actually connect something like that.
This is nice start from Oops. It's CryptiK already that bled HP. Multiple tanks have taken hits, and for Oops it's only one. It's Crater and his 50Bs taking damage. Now CryptiK have damage done to their 1-1. Well, they're both 113s. Their 5A and also their 50B have taken hits. So I mean, Lucky Blast and his 113s actually taking 2 hits.
Look at the play Insane is doing. Look at the play Insane is doing. He's actually already watching the 8 line. The other guys are watching above, so if someone tries to push over Insane, they do not want to leave him on a meritorious dash trap to be splashed to death by Type 5 and other heavies. They are taking the proactive approach. They already know that there is a rotation coming in from CryptiK, and they're moving tanks to prevent. Creator is going up already. The rest of the guys are just monitoring in case CryptiK tries a fake. Insane will check out the hill also, because he knows that all mobile tanks are down except Micmac. Micmac is the only one who could maybe try to fight him, but you cannot really fight Ice for that easily with a Bachat. You cannot kill him, and you would take at least 2 or 3 shots.
Micmac has came down to the Brown Road, but he's now going back down towards what is the spawn area on randoms for the south team. And there's a little gather up here in the middle or the bottom of the courtyard, Mojo.
Look at this. Important info given by Insane. Bachat is not here. I didn't see anyone on 8 line. Go back. Creator is going back on the rail immediately. Raging is going back. And the rotation that CryptiK is doing in attempt to pressure the rail will be met already.
PureTheKing, Halu and Pashka able to move through the courtyard here. PureTheKing gets spotted out. Now Cameo and Crater are spotted out in return for Oops. Halu and Pashka just slowly edging forward here. Gremic is getting spotted out. Trading here, trying to get a shot into Camel. Raging is now spotted as he moves over to cover that rail area as well. Lucky Blast is going to try and peek through the road. He's trying to get a little bit of ground. And CryptiK are slowly moving up the map, but Halu taking a shot at Type 5 Heavy. Nice connection there from Pashka through the wall area where Milos is shooting through.
He actually hit it.
Yeah, he's on the move as well. Look at this, Crater and Raging are starting to shoot. Let's listen into the team speak of CryptiK, because it's do or die here for them.
Też bym dostał spota.
Nie dostałbyś spota.
Nie, już tak pechokietem.
Serta mają.
I z czwartym. No już wiedzą co robimy, mouse. Ach, chuj do dupy. Nie wiem.
O, halo też, witamy. Już przegraliśmy. Pozdrawiamy.
Witamy was.
Pozdrawiam mamę, tatę.
Jest.
I coś.
Mówię tylko dobry kapowik nie założymy.
Traki ma znowu, napierdalaj go.
Ja się
Aha,
chowam.
no czemu ty się
giniesz?
Ja pierdolę. Możesz wyjechać i
Nie?
dać
Miłosz, nie celuj.
To mnie też można przejechać.
Herof, nie bij.
No oni stoją na środku.
No jadę,
Ale
Panowie, kapujcie.
I do przodu, bo nam na plecy zarabiadą.
Znaczy czy wjadą? Ja tego Creatora, jak dacie to Creatora przypierdolę.
ale
Sej na przykład, albo cokolwiek.
No chodź
ja
tu
sobie ładuję
Creator.
kapuję.
Nie!
Kamil was obierze.
Zasłoń plecy, Halu, zrób wrak.
Plecy z tyłu.
Kurwa zasłonił tu gąską. Przygotuj się na betkę w plecy po prostu.
Czwórkę D, ale trójkę.
Kamil was
Ale
pikuje.
Wiecie, gdzie trójka KD? Wiecie, gdzie trójka KD?
No przód musi ze środka jechać.
Wiecie, gdzie trójka KD? To jest ważne info.
Nie, Kero,
Ona
daj mi
ładowała
sekundę
teraz.
przeładować.
Masz 2 sekundy do końca ładowania.
Oj, poczekaj. Herów nie bije.
To przeładowałem.
I Keros się cofnie to... Nie, kurwa Boże, czemu mnie oszukałeś?
Trójka KD.
Słoni.
Well, bit of a frustration there, it sounds like, on the part of CryptiK there, Mojo.
Massacre here, insane die there. We saw the connection here on Creator by Type 5 Heavy. But Raging is holding the line here against Lucky Blast and Pashka. But this is not the main battle. This is just the holdout area for Oops. Because the main battle is from the backside, where Halu is, where Mikmek is chased and so on. So we have an advantage for Oops, 2000 HP. Look at the health of Miloš, so there just needs to be one reset. When he kicks into the play, Oops should have the game. But Mikmek is buying a valuable time here, because Kelov cannot really just turn his butt to the enemy. 40 seconds to go, but CryptiK cannot boost the cap anymore. Everyone who was able, he's already there. Pashka and Lucky Blast have no HP to play like that. And there we go, Pashka is already dead.
Miloš taking a shot as he rolls in there, but Cameo can come in as well. They know where number one is. They need to try and get round there to get a shot into him. Lucky Blast doing what he can to delay him. Miloš takes another shot, down to 19 seconds, but Kelov is coming around the front here of number one. He just needs to get a single shot to reset that, and then Oops are going to be able to continue to trade because they have the HP to do this. Now, number one's actually not able to kill Kelov because he only had one shot in him. Kelov is now able to drop him as Miloš picks up his triple kill, Kelov with the double kill. And I mean, the interesting thing that I liked was when the Type 5 connected on Creator, you heard the excitement in TeamSpeak. It was the, oh! Almost one-shotted him.
It was at least some happiness there because losing Remek so early definitely hindered any plans they had so far. Mikmek, mate, there is more chance for Snowball to survive in hell than you to survive this match. Well, maybe you can run.
You can survive, but you can't win it.
Yeah, exactly.
So, 1 minute 20 on the clock. Oops are not going to do anything reckless. They're going to be picking up another win here, so that is 5-1 Oops, and well...
And the cavalry attacks.
Now they're going to actually take the top of the league by 1 point ahead of Utopia.
At least until Utopia plays their match tonight, but solid performance by Oops. Solid is an understatement. It was really good plays. I enjoyed the match entirely.
Yeah, good to watch. Good to
Sorry
commentate.
guys from CryptiK, but you need to study how they play the